Hey guys, it's 681 Shadow, and welcome to another anime discussion video. Today I'm going to be discussing my predictions, which could most likely be wrong due to all the curveballs that we've been getting. So, my predictions of the Universe 6 vs. Universe 7 tournament. Now, before I start going to my predictions, I'm going to just summarize what has happened so far for those of you who may need a refresher, and just so some things don't get forgotten. So it started out with Goku versus Botamo. Goku won by throwing Botamo out of the ring. Then Goku versus Frost. Frost won by kicking Goku out of the ring, but before that he used his illegal poison needle, which was not found at that time. And then for Piccolo versus Frost, Frost won by knocking Piccolo straight out, but it was found that before knocking him out, he once again used his illegal poison needle on his right wrist. He was about to be disqualified, but Vegeta forced Piccolo to surrender so that Vegeta could destroy Frost himself. So then for Vegeta versus Frost, all that happens is that Vegeta punches this guy one time, and then he knocks him out cold. So now we are left with the Universe 6 fighters of Magetta, Kabe, and Hito, or Hit, and then with the Universe 7 fighters of Vegeta, Goku, and Monaka. And the order I said it is the order in which they will be fighting for this tournament. Now, you might be wondering, but 671 Shadow, why did you say Goku? Goku's not in the tournament anymore. Well, Beerus was able to find the mark of the poison needle on Goku's hand, which is where Frost hit him. So that meant that Goku was able to go back into the tournament. So Beerus made the decision in episode 35 to have Goku fight after Vegeta but before Monaka, even though Goku wanted to fight after Monaka to see what Monaka was like as a fighter. So now on to my predictions, which once again could obviously be extremely wrong because of all the curveballs that Akira Toriyama has just thrown at us. Like, for example, Frost being a bad guy because we all thought he was a good guy. So currently we are in the battle of Vegeta versus Magetta, and I predict that Vegeta will win by somehow pushing Magetta out of the ring. He most likely will do this with the Final Flash, as seen in the preview for episode 36. He probably won't use his, and I'm leaning more towards him using his strength with the Final Flash than using his wits, based on the episode title, which is an unexpectedly formidable enemy, Vegeta's huge explosion of anger. The episode title there just proves that he's going to use strength to get Magetta off of the ring, which makes sense, even though it's going to take a lot of strength to do so because of the way Magetta is. Very hard to hit, very hard to damage, very hard to move him. So then, continuing my prediction, Vegeta wins that match, and then now Vegeta will go up against Kabe. And my prediction is that Kabe will win by ring out. He will hit Vegeta out of the ring, but of course, being Saiyans and all, it'll be a really good fight. And then afterwards, Goku will step up. It will be Goku versus Kabe, and I believe that Goku will defeat Kabe by ring out once again with an excellent fight because based on what we've seen, Saiyans have good fights. Well, except for the beginning ones, because that was beginning Dragon Ball Z. It wasn't all about the fighting back then, because it wasn't as popular, and it was back in like the 1980s, 1990s, so they didn't have as good animation and such. So then Hito will step up. So Goku versus Hito would be the next fight, and I believe that at that fight they're going to show some of Hito's powers, more than what we saw with him knocking out Frost with those lasers shining at him. And so I believe Hito is just going to knock Goku out. He's not going to ring him out. Goku's going to get knocked out cold from Hito using one of his powers, whatever it may be, because he seems like a mystical type of being. He is a hitman, as was revealed in episode 35, but he probably has some mystical power, which is what makes him a legendary hitman. And then lastly, it will be Monaka versus Hito. Now I believe that Hito will win the fight. I'll explain that in just a second. But I believe Hito will win the fight because he has all these mystical powers that no one really knows about, because he's been so quiet throughout the tournament. Like throughout the entire throughout episode 32, through episode 32, which is when we first saw Universe 6 fighters, to episode to the to like halfway through episode 35, we have not seen his eyes open. Well, actually, we saw them once when Goku turned Super Saiyan against Frost. But otherwise, he's been like a mystical character that we don't know anything about, just like Monaka. So the reason I think Monaka will not win, as Beerus says he will, is because of the lie that we says that Beerus is telling Goku and them about Monaka, and how Beerus has not revealed Monaka's true colors. So I'm leaning. There's a few theories going around about this, but the theory that I'm gonna go with is that Monaka is not really much of a all that much of a strong person. He probably went down in strength ever since he battled Beerus, and Beerus was just going off that battle, which who knows could have been like millions of years ago, depending on how long Monaka's race can live and such, because we don't know what that race is or what that entails. So I believe Hito is going to use his mystical powers or whatever powers he may possess. I'm just using mystical because we don't know much about him. He's like mysterious, and I feel like that word fits him. So overall, I believe Hito will win the tournament for Universe 6, and then this will most likely lead into another arc, whether it be they probably will not expand to a new universe because I feel like they did tease Vegeta going to Planet Salad, so they're probably gonna have something like that, maybe like a movie special, or like episodes on Planet Salad with all the Saiyans. But overall, I see Hito winning the tournament for Universe 6, and that would end the tournament arc. Beerus would most likely be really mad at Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Monaka. He probably wouldn't be so mad at Piccolo because Piccolo was cheated against and then forced to surrender. But then with Goku and Vegeta, but then with Goku and Vegeta, they probably could have done better, and especially Monaka because Monaka was the trump card, and he would have just flopped. So yeah, that is all I have for this anime discussion video about my predictions for the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share the video out, as it is greatly appreciated. And be sure to comment your thoughts about the tournament thus far, and even your own predictions if you want to. I mean, there's nothing really restricting you from saying your predictions. And I will probably respond to them, as I respond to most, if not all, comments. And I will see you all in the next video.